My faith journey began, and as the resident Buddhist, it began with yoga and Buddhist meditation and a lot of Buddhist teachers. And my goal on that path was to become enlightened.
Approximately 5 years ago, I was over at Betty and Bill Cole's house, and we were talking about days and the children and youth at camp and the Help with Homework program. And Bill said that we were putting feet to Jerry's sermons, and I liked that. And that has been essentially the driving force for me for the last 5 years.
My faith journey takes me in many directions. One of them is as a general community member, looking to make sure that the community has acceptance for all people, regardless of income level. We all have quality of life needs.
I was raised to service by a family that believed that you should always give back. We were very fortunate. We might have been considered even privileged, and my mother always made it a very important job for us to give back in some way, whether it was the March of Dimes or some other form of service to giving back to the community. Ours was the house where whenever there was a birth or a death or something, on an occasion, there was always food delivered to others, and that was what I was, and so that's what I try to do in my adult life.
I think faith for me is more a matter of how we behave than what we believe. And so it's living out the principles that in Christianity we get from the traditions of the Hebrew Bible, from the historical Jesus. And I think what we discover is that when we're reaching out to others, that helps us find our own meaning in life and our own fulfillment.
So I think what this church has done is brought me to that realization that it's not just about my journey, it's really about our journey and the community together. So the beauty of this community is that it's got all these wonderful people who set and give direction to reaching out and being an advocate for peace and social justice. And that I've learned the methodology of that, and then as I stepped into more of a leading role in this community, I think I've realized that the community is just so rich with people willing to help and to encourage and to support.
I wanted my children to know that Brad and I were committed to making the world a better place, however we were going to define that. And the only way to do that was to model it. And our children may not agree with some of the choices that we have made regarding supporting different positions, but at least they know that we're out there trying to create change, and that's what I hope for them, that they will be a part of our democracy and speak up. It's nice to see that my children are doing that, and it's nice to see that the children and youth at camp, many of them are doing that in their own communities now.
The way to be active and to really be an advocate is to be out there, be visible, don't hide away, but be a part of the community that you're trying to advocate for and with.
One day after having fed them a meal, a group of those many of our guests who get help from Mental Health America all got together and wrote a letter and thanking me, and all signed it and brought it up to me, and they were so proud that they could give it to me. So every Sunday, every time we open, there is another, there's a gift. It's a double-edged sword. Sometimes even the bad Sundays provide me with a certain kind of gift.
I think our spirituality is fed by, our spirituality feeds our activism, and our activism feeds our spirituality, that it's all one package together.